Let me be honest with you straight out the gate. I haven't liked Assassin's Creed in years. This used to be one of my favourite gaming series growing up, from the original Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And how could you not like Assassin's Creed back then? Parkour across awesome environments, become an absolute machine of an assassin, and explore history with your sword. However, ever since Assassin's Creed Origins was released back in 2017, I've pretty much lost all interest in the series. Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla aren't necessarily bad games, but this trilogy of more RPG over stealth games has somewhat divided the AC fan base. But towards the beginning of September, Ubisoft announced Assassin's Creed Mirage, a 9th century setting in Baghdad that is set to be released in 2023. Mirage is the first Assassin's Creed game in over 7 years that has caught my interest, and here's why. Before I continue, over 95% of all my viewers aren't subscribed to the channel. Take this very moment to subscribe, I appreciate it, thanks. Anyways, in a recent article over on GameSpot, Assassin's Creed Mirage art director Jean-Luc Sala gave further insight into what kind of game Mirage is, and honestly, given I've always preferred the older games, I'm pretty damn excited from what he revealed. Are you tired of mythology being a core aspect of the recent Assassin's Creed games? Well, worry no longer, as Sala remarks that whilst mythology was really great in Odyssey and Origins, we don't do that in Mirage. That's not our story, we are in the historical setting. Left exhausted exploring the insane map sizes that recent Assassin's Creed games have expanded to recently, Sala has confirmed that Mirage is going to be a condensed experience. It's a more focused game. The size of it is something like a Road or a Revelations. Feel like no matter how hard you try to play in a stealthy way that it doesn't feel as rewarding, Assassin's Creed Mirage will be putting a greater emphasis on stealth and parkour abilities. Sala added that if you are hit, you are hit. If you start to fight with big chunky enemies, thinking this is like Valhalla, you are going to die really fast. Honestly, the fact that Mirage seems to be deviating away from the recent AC games and taking on board the older fans' concerns and issues with the series, whilst also addressing them, has me intrigued. The cinematic trailer introduces Basim, a street thief in Baghdad who catches the eyes of the Hidden Ones. Yes, the Hidden Ones and not the Assassin Brotherhood. Given the game is set in the 9th century, the game takes place 100 years before the creation of the Creed, with screenshots already showing locations such as the Fortress of Elements in construction. Furthermore, the story itself is set to be very narrative driven, with no emphasis on RPG. There's only one playable character, there will be no dialogue options throughout the story either, and this focus spills over to gameplay as well, with there no huge skill tree of abilities. All this is leading towards a much shorter, condensed AC game that we haven't seen in a while. It's worth noting that Assassin's Creed Mirage was originally meant to be Valhalla DLC, and that Ubisoft has confirmed Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Codename Red is another AC game being developed by Ubisoft Quebec, responsible for Odyssey and Syndicate, which will be an open world RPG game set in feudal Japan. And of course, it's difficult to make any judgments on how Assassin's Creed Mirage will be received amongst older AC fans, given no gameplay has been released just yet. I was never a fan of Assassin's Creed's shift to RPG, simply because it made the games feel a lot more bloated and didn't really address the game's earlier issues. To be honest, I don't think there was much wrong with the original AC games. I thought it was more down to Ubisoft relentlessly pumping out AC games and wearing people down. Ultimately, with the release of Mirage coming up as well as AC in Japan, Ubisoft seems to want to experiment with what fans are interested in and how they could cater to both. The trailer itself has delivered a much more traditional AC vibe that I haven't seen in an AC game in a long time, keeping the story contained to the sprawling city of Baghdad, similar to the likes of Rome back in the day, seems incredibly exciting. And finally, Mirage looks like it's going to be a love letter to Assassin's Creed's roots. This is going to be a game I pay close attention to, because if the gameplay lines up with everything that has been revealed so far, then it looks like I'll be buying my first Assassin's Creed game in years. Are you hyped for Assassin's Creed Mirage? How do you feel about the series these days? Comment down below. Catch you in the next video. Peace.